Hello, everyone, and welcome back to One Jane a Pod. I'm your host, Joan, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I cannot live without. So let's just get right into it. So, the first thing that I can't live without is chapstick. I'm someone who is always licking their lips, and doing so, it has definitely made my lips like really chapped, dry, and like I'll have like cracks on my lips, and it's just not a cute look. So I always make sure that I have chapstick on with me. And I eventually started like collecting chapstick. Um, and I honestly have like five or six different chapsticks that like I rotate through. Um, but yeah, like ever since I started using chapstick, like I've been like obsessed with it, and I reapply it like every other minute. And I also just like love the different like scents that they come in. So I always make sure that I have chapstick with me no matter where I go. Um, if I don't have like chapstick on me, I'll just like use like a lip gloss or something, just something to apply on my lips to make them more, moisturized and not as dry. So the next thing that I can't live without is gum. I don't know if this is like a fear, but like I hate having bad breath, and I get really self-conscious about it. So I'm always chewing gum. Like I'm that person who always has gum on with me, and everyone around me is like asking for a piece of gum. Like I am that person. So I'm like always chewing gum no matter like where I am or like what situation I'm in. And honestly, like chewing gum has also like helped me like focus better. I don't know why. It's just like the action of just like chewing just like, takes my mind off like something, and then just like helps me like focus on like the certain situation that I'm in, or like the activity that I'm doing. So, yeah, that is something that I definitely always have on with me. The next thing is AirPods. I love listening to music, and I'm like always listening to music as well. Like when I'm in the shower, when I'm driving, when I'm like grocery shopping, walking to class, etc. I'm always listening to music, and um, I always have AirPods like in my ear as well. Like whether I'm doing the dishes, or like I don't know, just like little things like that. Like I always just have AirPods in my ear, and I just like can't, not have them. So, yeah, I always make sure that I have them like in my pocket or in my purse, or just like anywhere that I go. The next thing is hand sanitizer. I always make sure that I have hand sanitizer because, there's always like some type of sickness going around, and, COVID's still going on. So I always make sure that I'm keeping, my hands clean, not just for myself, but also for others as well. And I want to call myself a germaphobe, but I do like get scared when I'm like touching stuff, and then like my hands are dirty, and there might be situations where I can't just go to the bathroom and just like wash my hands. So I'm going to have to like resort to a hand sanitizer. So I always make sure that I have that like on me. Um just in case that like I can't, wash my hands like right away at a certain like location or specific like um situation, I guess. Next thing I can't live without is my hydro flask. I love drinking water, and I'm always staying hydrated. I have like the really big hydro flask. It's like the 40-ounce one, I think. Um, and it honestly is like kind of inconvenient to be like carrying around that big water bottle with me all the time. But I realize that it's honestly really nice as well, because I'm not just going through like plastic water bottles like a crazy person, but it's a reusable water bottle, and I can just like refill it whenever I can. Um, and it's also important to stay hydrated. So I always make sure that I take that with me wherever I go, and I do try to refill it as much as I can. And I try to go through at least two or three refills a day. Um, but it has been really hard. But now that like the weather's, getting nicer, and I'm just like getting more, thirsty. I do make sure to drink a lot more than I typically would. Next thing that I can't live without is a hair tie. I always have a hair tie around my wrist or just like in my pocket or in my purse because I have long hair and it's just so irritating just like having hair in your face like when you're trying to do something or like when you're, out to eat. So I always make sure that I have that um for like different situations. Um and it's just like so convenient to, have it on you at all times because you don't know what can happen. So, yeah. The next thing is my Apple Watch. I'm obsessed with my Apple Watch. I always have it on my wrist. And I've had my Apple Watch for like 2 years now, I want to say. And it's honestly been a game changer. I use it typically to track my steps. It's like amazing, like seeing my record of like how many steps I took on a certain day. And I also used it a lot for working out and like tracking um, how long I would like work out for and stuff like that, and like seeing my progress. Um, and then I would also use it to like text friends and family. And it's just like really convenient because if I don't want to be on my phone, I can just like look down at my wrist and like, respond back through my Apple Watch. So it's really nice. And it's also like cute to just like have as like an accessory um, on your wrist. And then the next thing is a mirror. I always make sure that I have those like little small compact mirrors on me, whether it be like in my pocket or my purse. Um, because I just get scared if I'm like out and like I have like something on my face or like in my teeth and I don't have anything to like, check up on like my face. And I used to use my phone as like a mirror or like my iPhone camera, but like I realized it doesn't do its justice compared to like having like an actual mirror. So I resulted in getting like a mirror and they're like really cheap and they're just like so small and like really nice to have. So I always make sure that I have that on me as well. And then the next thing is perfume. This kind of like results to like oh, not result. Like this just like goes back to the whole gum situation. Like I have a fear of like smelling bad and I know like there's no one out there who likes smelling bad. So I always make sure that I have like a perfume on me. I recently bought this like small mini one. It's like it's not a roller, but like it's a little spritz bottle, but it's like the size of like a roller perfume. Um because I would take like those big like body mist type bottles and like just shove them in my bag and it just like took up so much space and I just like looked crazy having that like big perfume bottle in my purse and I would just like pull it out and just like spray myself like every other hour. And my friends would like make fun of me for it. So I ended up getting like those small like travel sized ones and it's just so much more convenient. Um and takes up less space in my purse. And I can also just like carry it in my pocket. So it's really nice to have. Um, and it's just, nice to have. And then the last thing is sunscreen. I have not been someone who applied sunscreen like every single day. I started applying sunscreen maybe about like a year ago. I wouldn't apply sunscreen every like day. I would just like apply it like when I would go out in the sun, but other than that I would just like never apply it. And I told my mom and she was like, "Oh my gosh, like you can't do that. Like you need to be applying sunscreen like every single day because that's how you get like wrinkles or like skin cancer." And I never understood like the severity of it. And then I started using like sunscreen every day and I was like, wow, this is like really a game changer. And it honestly like I don't know if this is like um weird or anything, but it like cleared my skin. Like I don't know if I'm just like convincing myself that it did, but like after I applied sunscreen like every day, like I started seeing changes in my skin. Um so I have like a sunscreen like stick that I just like apply all over my face, and I do it in the morning and then like throughout the day. Um and I realized that like you have to be applying sunscreen like literally no matter what the weather's like, even if it's gloomy, like raining or sunny, like it doesn't matter. You just always have to apply sunscreen. And having those like sunscreen sticks as well is really convenient because who wants to like get the sunscreen that like is a squeeze tube and just t- like apply it all the time. Like I feel like that's so inconvenient um and like a lot of work. So I typically just buy the ones that like come in a stick and just like apply it over my makeup, like under my makeup, like all over my neck. And I realized that it's been helping a lot, and it's also fun like having it on a stick and just like applying it all over your face. So it's really nice. But yeah, so that concludes today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you next week with another episode. Bye.